temper tantrums, girl, come back that up. All in the club, and bring all your girlfriends. Girl, hopping up about a Pearl 6, Louis speed bag glued. Think a thing, but she was thinking slay. Weave like thicker than a snigger bag. Talking about she don't come with no baggage. All in her bag, I probably should. I'm really just running for money. I'm love flow, Joe chasing a check. I'm really gonna run up the money. I'm Carl Lewis, really running the best. Calm moving through these hoovers. I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Calm moving through.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the StubHub Center, 20 miles south of downtown L.A. Tonight, it's the 512th and final game of the regular season, and we've got a good one between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season, Week 17, is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away and nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. On the move to his left. Going deep here for Allen. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And it's complete. Henry. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And they go with a slant that time, 15 yards at a 1st down. Nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And he
Overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Rodgers now going to throw again. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Josh Perry in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. A good pickup there, 26 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They come out here in the eye. To throw is Rodgers. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A.J. Green hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. McManus's point after is good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chargers getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And this complete to Henry over the middle. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's Bridgewater. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. And they'll go on the ground. And down inside the 15 he goes. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Right back to him on first down. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. 2nd down, Bridgewater. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Virgil Green, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Sturgis for the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again. And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Demaryius Thomas, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of. Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Charger offense making their way back out there. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again? I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to go for a big play down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Gotta love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well. Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they? Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, check 26.
Rodgers now on 1st down. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Let's go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Yeah, Liz. That's fine, yeah.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A.J. Green with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And they'll go with a ground attack here. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu. I'll tell you that much for free. On 4th down, they do snap it to Bridgewater. And Allen's got it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Throwing is Bridgewater. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a play fake here on first down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender. But you also have to give your own guy a chance, too.
And Sturgis able to knock it through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's fine, yeah.
On first down, Rodgers. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rodgers now on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Here's Rodgers on first down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now Rodgers. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call, and they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
So now they assess a 3rd and long, and that holding call might have knocked him out of field goal range, at least for the moment.
Jumbo! Hey, check 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Henry. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 3rd and short. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They're going to look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final two quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Steps away to his left. Looking deep for Demarius. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on it.
Now it's Rodgers dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Corey Legion in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. On is the punter King to send it away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. On play action, they'll throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Shaquille Barrett in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Drew Kaiser now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 18. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
So statistically, both of these offenses have a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. To throw is Rodgers on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk about football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Benjamin's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
to throw now on 2nd and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Room here to run. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. The Pro Bowl corner, Jason Verrett, on the tackle.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, check 26. Zoom.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and this is recovered by the Chargers. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football. Taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Gone! Detroit!
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Mike Williams, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Gone!
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as well. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So the Broncos coming out now. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. That's caught left side by Jake Butt. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Left side here to Sanders, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Melvin Ingram in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now, because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
And they'll go on the ground. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now back to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
9 yards on the play and a first down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that none of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to the final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. This quarterback now has hit on just 7 of 17 passes, 41%. Back to throw. Completes it to Benjamin. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger 1st. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Patriot! Gone!
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. He was looking for Travis Benjamin that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They were moving the ball well early in the drive, but now it's 4th down. 3 straight incompletions all of a sudden could be their final play.
And with that type of pressure, how are they going to handle it? What do you call in this situation? Personally, I got to get the ball to my best player with the play he likes to run best.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Gone!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.